Sticking with the NFC North, yes. My next pick is Justin Fields. Bears, worst team in the league, number 1 draft pick. Finished 6th. He has no offensive line. His wide receiver 1 and 2 are Chase Claypool and Darnell Mooney, who are 4 and 5 on any other team. They're terrible. I mean, he's got a couple of 40-point games. He has no time to throw. He's basically running for his life and was a great fantasy quarterback. He might have some issues in terms of his being able to actually be a throwing NFL quarterback in this league, but no one can tell until he can sit behind a pocket for more than a second and a half. So I think he will be a really good fantasy quarterback for the next 10 years, especially when they build around him, because they have a shit ton of money in cap space. They can go get this guy, whoever he wants to throw to.
Yeah, I really didn't pay attention to the Bears literally at all, so can't speak to him too much. But I feel like this is a good pick, and I think it's interesting. Like, I'm going to keep my eyes out for him now.
I think he'll turn it around. I think if the GM does his job, they could sniff a wild card spot next year. But I think their GM sucks too. So,
as most GMs do.
The Bears did draft Mitch Trubisky with the number 2 pick in the NFL draft one time, and traded up to get him. So it says
they
a lot
traded
about
up to get him.
Yeah, I'm pretty confident that they did that.
God.
Same draft Patrick Mahomes went in too.
Yikes. Major yikes. If I was a Bears fan, I would be punching the air right now.
I think they're cool now. I mean, they're in a decent spot for being the worst team. So, but yeah, back then, sitting through Mitch Trubisky years, I would have shit myself too.
Yeah. The only thing one thing I always remember about the Bears, I forget what game it was, but with the field goal.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Off. Oh, my God.
The double doink.
Sad for them. Oh, my goodness. So sad. But like Kelsey said, Justin Fields, he's your hope. Hold on to him strong, and hopefully everything else will fall into place.
We'll see. Anything that keeps the Vikings and the Packers out of the playoffs from now on.
Yeah, see, definitely the Packers. I don't mind the Vikings as much because I love Dalvin Cook, but...
That's fair. The Vikings, if Kirk Cousins is on their team.
Why do you hate him so much?
Because I think he's a scam artist. I really do.
I mean, I could care less about him, but...
I don't know. I just
passionate hate towards Kirk Cousins.
There's just some people I hate, and for no reason.
Yeah.
And I said it all season. They're frauds. They're frauds. And then he gets to the playoffs, and he takes up a playoff spot by being a fraud. And I can't excuse someone throwing for 3 yards when it's 4th and 8 and the game's on the line. Like, I'm like, you threw the game. I swear he did it on purpose. Like, I'll die on that hill. Like, you wouldn't do that if you're trying to win the game.
Yeah, that's embarrassing. I do think he is a scam artist as well. And I hope that Minnesota gets a different quarterback, because that would be a fun team to root for and actually see go farther in the playoffs. And they've tried so many times with Kirk Cousins, and you have to see now, it's just not working. Things are not clicking. They have so many great players on that team, and they need to switch, change up.
You tell me you can't go get a good free agent quarterback with that lineup. You don't need to pay Kirk Cousins $35 million again. You really don't. I promise it's not worth it.
No. Anyways, moving on from the Kirk Cousins slander. If you haven't caught on, we just hate all the oldies and love all the young guns. That's pretty much where we're at.
They're better to watch.
They are. They're more entertaining. I saw a little graphic this morning, and it was all the ages of the quarterbacks in the playoffs. The oldest is 29, Dak Prescott, and the rest.
And he's not even old.
No, not old at all. And I'm just like, it also, when I see stuff like that, I'm like, what am I doing with my life?
Facts.
Because they're 20, in their early to mid to late 20s. So 20s. I don't know what I'm saying. And they're going to play in the NFL playoffs to hopefully go to the Super Bowl and win. And we're just like chilling at almost 29 years old.
Talking shit about them on our fantasy teams on a podcast.
What the fuck do we think we are?
But the good thing is we love most of them, so it's the oldies. Get rid of them.
Yeah, old people, hit the road.